When a Sigma male decides to marry, he doesn't suddenly become needy or overly expressive. Instead, his love shows up in powerful, understated ways. Chief among them is his quiet consistency. He doesn't flood his partner with constant "I love you" texts or dramatic romantic gestures. Instead, he shows up every day without fail. Studies in relationship psychology, including work by Dr. John Gottman, highlight that emotional trust and daily consistency are stronger predictors of long-term relationship success than sporadic displays of affection. Sigma males intuitively get this. Their emotional steadiness creates an environment of safety and reliability for their partner. What's fascinating is that Sigmas don't rely on external validation. They don't need a relationship. They choose it. That choice makes all the difference. It means every action, from making coffee in the morning to protecting their partner's dreams, is done with intention. And the moment a Sigma steps out of his solitude to share life with someone, it's like a mountain moving. He's inviting someone into a space he fiercely protects, his peace, his thoughts, his routines. He does this not out of obligation, but because he sees a partner as a true equal and ally, not a crutch. So when he says nothing but still shows up, it's because his silence is loaded with loyalty. His quiet strength tells her, "You're safe with me," without needing to say a word. This isn't passive love, it's deliberate, it's disciplined, and it's rare. Number one, he values her freedom as much as his own. Let's get one thing straight. A Sigma male doesn't believe in cages, not for himself and certainly not for his wife. In a society where many relationships mimic control rather than companionship, the Sigma male stands apart. He doesn't view love as possession. Instead, he sees it as partnership. His philosophy? A woman in full bloom isn't one kept in a glass case. She's one who's free to fly. Unlike alpha males, who may dominate, or beta males, who often appease, the Sigma male carves his own lane, independent, introspective, and self-reliant. This independence also colors how he loves. He doesn't feel threatened by a woman with ambitions, opinions, or passions of her own. In fact, he celebrates them. Research in modern relationships supports this mindset. Studies from the Gottman Institute show that mutual respect and autonomy are key indicators of long-term relationship satisfaction. When both partners are free to pursue personal growth, the relationship strengthens rather than frays. For the Sigma male, micromanaging is out of the question. He doesn't monitor texts, question every outing, or dictate her wardrobe, not because he's indifferent, but because he's secure. Trust is his foundation. He understands that a woman who's trusted feels valued, and a woman who feels valued gives her best in return. She's not a sidekick in his story. She's a co-leader in their shared journey. Her dreams are just as valid as his. Whether she's launching a business, going back to school, or chasing a lifelong passion, the Sigma male is her loudest silent supporter, cheering from the sidelines without trying to take over the game. It's this blend of emotional intelligence, quiet strength, and unwavering respect that makes the Sigma male a rare breed in modern love. And for the right woman, that's not just refreshing, it's revolutionary. Number two, he's low maintenance but deeply present. Sigmas aren't needy, and that's not just a personality quirk, it's a defining trait. Unlike individuals who require constant emotional reassurance or external validation, Sigma males are self-contained. They don't chase approval because their worth isn't measured by how others perceive them. It's anchored in who they are. That's why, when they're with their wives, they bring something rare and refreshing to the table: genuine presence. In a world dominated by digital distractions and half-hearted conversations, the Sigma male stands out. He doesn't bring his phone to the dinner table, not because it's a rule, but because he chooses connection over convenience. Studies have shown that just having a phone visible during a conversation can reduce feelings of trust and empathy. The Sigma knows this intuitively. His partner isn't just another voice in the background, she's the main event. No fake smiles, no passive nodding, no ahas while scrolling. When a Sigma male listens, he does so with intent. He leans in, makes eye contact, and processes every word. This isn't about being dramatic, it's about respect. He listens like your words matter because to him they truly do. Neuroscience supports the power of active listening. It builds deeper emotional bonds and enhances trust, especially in romantic relationships. But here's the key: he doesn't do this to earn points. He does it because that's who he is. Independent yet emotionally intelligent, The Sigma male doesn't need constant interaction to feel secure, but when he commits to a conversation, he's all in. His strength lies not just in his silence, but in the depth of that silence, focused, intentional, and filled with care. So, while others might perform presence, the Sigma embodies it, not through grand gestures, but through the quiet, powerful act of truly showing up. And that's where his strength and his appeal lies. Number 3, he respects her intelligence, not just her beauty. While the world often conditions women to believe their worth lies in their appearance, the Sigma male challenges this narrative. He isn't impressed by perfectly contoured cheekbones or the latest fashion trend. What grabs his attention? A woman with curiosity in her eyes and fire in her mind. Sigma males operate outside traditional social hierarchies. They're lone wolves, introspective, independent, and driven by substance over surface. This means they see past societal illusions. A Sigma male isn't seduced by external glamour, he's drawn to intellectual depth, authenticity, and passion. When it comes to his partner, this mindset creates a powerful dynamic. Conversations aren't limited to small talk, they venture into rich terrain, philosophy, theology, politics, even quantum physics on a good day. And it's not about debate for ego's sake, it's about mutual growth. The Sigma male views his wife as an intellectual equal, a fellow explorer in the landscape of ideas. Research supports that deep conversations can strengthen romantic bonds. A study published in Psychological Science found that couples who engage in meaningful discussions report higher levels of connection and satisfaction. For Sigma males, this is instinctive. They're wired to go beyond the surface because that's where true intimacy lives. Now let's talk about support. If his partner is chasing a dream, whether it's starting a non-profit or launching a podcast, the Sigma male is all in. He doesn't see her goals as a threat or a distraction. Instead, he sees her passion as part of what makes her extraordinary. He'll champion her with the dedication of a campaign manager and the loyalty of a lifelong friend. This kind of support isn't just romantic, it's revolutionary. It subverts outdated gender roles and fosters a relationship built on partnership, not pedestal placement. In a world that tells women they're either beautiful or brilliant, the Sigma male quietly affirms, "You're both, and more." In essence, the Sigma male is a game changer. He values intellect over image, depth over dazzle, and connection over convention. And in doing so, he helps redefine what it means to love and to be loved in the 21st century. Number 4, he stands by her, even when the world doesn't. A Sigma male is often misunderstood, not because he lacks presence, but because his presence doesn't come with noise. He's a quiet storm, calm on the surface, yet powerful in motion. While many men may feel the need to assert dominance or declare loyalty with grand gestures, the Sigma male's strength is revealed in the moments that matter most. You won't see him seeking validation or performing affection for an audience. Instead, he operates with a quiet confidence that speaks louder than words. Psychologists describe Sigma males as introverted alphas, men who possess the leadership qualities of an alpha but choose to operate outside traditional hierarchies. They are self-reliant, thoughtful, and highly observant. These traits make them emotionally attuned to the needs of those they care about. When the world turns its back on the woman he loves, criticizing her, doubting her worth, or overlooking her strengths, the Sigma male doesn't respond with aggression or arguments. Instead, he becomes her shield. He doesn't waste energy proving others wrong. He stays grounded, offering stability and loyalty when it's most needed. Studies in interpersonal relationships suggest that emotional support during times of stress is more impactful than constant praise. This is where the Sigma male thrives. He knows when to speak and when silence is stronger. He understands the power of showing up, not showing off. This quiet defender doesn't need to fight every battle. His presence is the defense. When she doubts herself, he reminds her of her worth, not with empty flattery, but with actions that anchor her. He listens when she cries, protects when she's vulnerable, and stands beside her when the world feels against her. The Sigma male's loyalty is not performative. It's proven in the clutch moments. He may not shout above the noise, but he'll stand in front of it. He doesn't ask for recognition because he's not driven by ego. He's driven by values. And one of those values is loyalty in its purest, most powerful form, silent, steadfast, and unwavering. Number 5, he leads, but never controls. Leadership isn't about domination, it's about direction. And for a married Sigma male, leadership doesn't roar, it resonates with quiet strength, intentionality, and emotional intelligence. Sigma males are known for being lone wolves, independent thinkers who live by their own code. But when a Sigma chooses marriage, he doesn't abandon his nature. Instead, he adapts it. He leads not with a heavy hand, but with a clear vision. This means setting the tone for the relationship, defining shared goals, and consistently moving toward a purpose. But unlike traditional alpha archetypes, he doesn't need control to feel powerful. He knows real power is rooted in trust. In a Sigma marriage, decisions aren't top-down orders. They're round-table discussions. A Sigma male doesn't just allow his wife to speak. He seeks her wisdom. He values her perspective because he knows true partnership amplifies vision. Studies in relationship psychology support this. Couples who practice mutual decision-making report higher satisfaction and emotional closeness. When it comes to guidance, a Sigma male leads by example. He models consistency, discipline, and integrity, but he never demands obedience. He's not looking for a follower. He's building alongside a queen. This is a relationship of co-creation, not control. One of the most misunderstood concepts in relationships is submission. The Sigma male understands it isn't a one-way street. Ephesians 5:21 says, "Submit to one another out of reverence for Christ." Mutual submission is key. That means both partners respect, support, and sacrifice for each other. In practice, that looks like listening more than speaking, diffusing conflict instead of escalating it, and leading with humility rather than ego. And while he's confident in his direction, a Sigma male doesn't mistake volume for vision. He doesn't need to shout to be heard. His presence speaks louder than words. In essence, the married Sigma male embodies a modern model of leadership, assertive yet humble, strategic yet collaborative, autonomous yet emotionally connected. He doesn't rule, he empowers. And in doing so, he creates a relationship built not on fear, but on love, trust, and shared purpose. Number 6, he creates safe space for vulnerability. Sigma males are often seen as mysterious, emotionally detached, or stoic, but that's only half the story. Beneath that composed exterior lies a deep emotional reservoir, one that most people will never see. But when it comes to the woman he chooses to share his life with, the Sigma male undergoes a quiet transformation. The walls come down, the mask slips, and something remarkable happens. He becomes a sanctuary. Unlike alpha males who often assert dominance or beta males who seek approval, the Sigma male thrives on independence and introspection. This self-awareness gives him an unusual depth when it comes to emotional connection, especially in romantic relationships. While he may not express feelings freely in public, within the safe bounds of a committed relationship, he becomes a deeply empathetic partner. Psychology backs this up. Studies show that emotionally intelligent men are more likely to form strong, supportive relationships, even if they don't show emotion in overt ways. For his wife or partner, the Sigma male is a calm harbor. In a world that often demands performance and perfection, he offers a space where she can be vulnerable without fear of judgment. Whether it's tears, frustration, or uncertainty, he doesn't try to fix everything. He listens, he holds space, and he validates. That in itself is healing, but the beauty of this connection is that it's mutual. While he provides that emotional safety, he also begins to let his guard down. Not often, and not with just anyone. But when he opens up, when he shares his past, his wounds, his fears, it's genuine, unfiltered, and raw. It's a rare glimpse into a soul that's used to carrying its burdens silently. This dynamic creates a bond that's more than romantic, it's sacred. It's not built on flashy gestures or constant attention. It's built on mutual respect, trust, and emotional resonance. The Sigma male doesn't just love with words, he loves with presence, with protection, and with a kind of quiet loyalty that runs deep. So while the world may never see the full emotional capacity of a Sigma male, his wife knows. She knows because she's lived it, and that makes all the difference. Number 7, he keeps the mystery alive. Let's be honest. Most relationships lose their spark when they become predictable. Routines are comforting, but too much predictability can dull the excitement. That's where the Sigma male stands apart. He thrives on growth, evolution, and mystery, not for the sake of playing games, but because it's who he is. Even in the structure of marriage, the Sigma male remains captivatingly unpredictable. He's not unreliable, far from it. Instead, he brings a sense of spontaneity, curiosity, and depth that keeps his partner on her toes. Whether it's planning a weekend getaway out of the blue or dropping a philosophical insight that challenges her worldview, he keeps things fresh and stimulating. Psychologically speaking, novelty activates the brain's reward system. According to research in neuroscience, the brain releases dopamine, the feel-good neurotransmitter, when it encounters something new or surprising. This means that when a Sigma keeps evolving and introducing unexpected joy or perspective, it deepens emotional bonds and maintains romantic attraction. He surprises her with his insight. He challenges her to keep growing. He doesn't just love her as she is, he loves her enough to inspire her toward who she can become. Why? Because he's doing the same for himself. He's the kind of man who's always leveling up, always seeking meaning, always refining his purpose. Being with a Sigma is like reading a novel that constantly adds new chapters, twists, and themes. You never quite reach the end, and that's what makes it beautiful. His mind, like his heart, refuses to settle into stagnation. He doesn't live to impress, he lives to evolve, and that, more than anything, keeps love alive. Number 8, he doesn't compete, he complements. A married Sigma male is secure in his identity and doesn't feel the need to outshine his partner. Instead of viewing his wife's strength as a challenge to his masculinity, he sees it as a complement to their partnership. This isn't just emotional maturity, it's a reflection of his independent mindset. Sigma males typically operate outside of traditional social hierarchies, which means they don't measure their worth through dominance or control. They value authenticity, not authority. Psychologists have noted that emotionally secure men are more likely to support their partner's achievements rather than feel threatened by them. A 2020 study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found that men who felt secure in their relationship were more supportive of their partner's goals and experienced greater relationship satisfaction. For a Sigma male, it's not a battle of egos, it's a union of strengths. When she wins, he wins. He'll be the one in the crowd cheering the loudest, not because he's trying to get credit, but because he genuinely believes in her. That's why with him, it's never him versus her, it's them versus the world. A Sigma male doesn't just marry a partner, he marries his equal, his teammate, his co-warrior. Sigmas, here's what it comes down to. When a Sigma male marries, it's not because he's afraid of being alone. It's because he's found someone worth building a legacy with. His love isn't loud, but it's deep. It's not flashy, but it's intentional. He leads without dominating, he gives without draining, he grows without leaving her behind, and maybe most importantly, he loves without losing himself. That's not just marriage, that's mastery. Sigmas, if you found yourself nodding, reflecting, or even challenging your own standards, then this video was for you. Be sure to like, subscribe, and join our growing community of modern Sigma males who live with purpose, power, and presence. Let's keep elevating the standard, not just for relationships, but for how we show up in the world. Stay true and stay Sigma.